right, we are here with BreAnna Monk, the president and CEO of Wichita Festivals, Inc. How you doing, BreAnna?
I'm doing well on this hot day. I'm already speaking of the heat, and it has not even started with Riverfest yet. Isn't that crazy?
It's hot, but it's classic Kansas. You know, it could snow. You never know.
Right. And, there's been so many times that it can rain in the front yard and then it's doing nothing in the backyard. It's just so crazy. But I'm ready for all the seasons to just happen in one day. I think everyone needs to at least experience that at least once in Kansas. Yeah,
for sure. And it's cool. I think one thing, and we're going to get into it pretty in depth, but like about Riverfest is people come from all over. Like it's cool. Like I know people have like messaged me before. They're like, our vacation this year is coming from North Carolina to Wichita Riverfest.
I love it.
I would have never known people do that. But,
right. And that's our major goal. If we can pull people from at least 4 hours all the way around us, it's excellent. But if we can pull people from North Carolina, East Coast, and even going into West Coast, then we know that we've officially made it.
You're doing something right. Absolutely. Okay, before we get into kind of everything Riverfest, talk a little bit about your background. Who is BreAnna Monk?
Oh my goodness. It's like, do we have enough time for that? But no, seriously, right before I got into this position, I was living in New Jersey and kind of like in the New York area, taking me about 15 minutes to get into the tunnel. So a lot of people say, where exactly were you? I was like in North Arlington, New Jersey.
Okay.
And North Arlington, New Jersey, not Texas. I know people say, oh, is that Texas? No, it's actually New Jersey. It's right over there by the MetLife Stadium, probably about 5 minutes from there. So I did about couple of years up there, working in transportation. So I was moving things all over the world.
Wow.
You name it. I was moving stuff across the country. A lot of the items that you probably have in your house right now is probably from a lot of the drivers that I had. I had tons. It was a humongous company, and I was pretty excited to get there. So it was kind of like a branch off from me working with the city of Derby. I was working with the aging population and also working in transportation. Sure. And then, but over a decade, I had been with Wichita Festivals.
Okay.
Wichita Festivals was like at least one of the volunteer jobs that I was doing. Every year, I would put in about 3,500 hours of volunteer work. Working anywhere from, the state of Kansas all the way down, working for the extension office, working for No Veteran Dies Alone.
That's amazing.
Just so many different things. And Wichita Festivals was on the map of doing that. Okay. So I said, you know what? With background in working in music, and for the longest time, even working with America's Pub, if you guys remember what was, just getting into this arena and doing this and being at the helm of this organization that I have put boots on the ground for over a decade, it's honorable. And so that's just a little bit of my background with festivals.
Oh, that was amazing. Was volunteer? I mean, your whole life, has that always been a big thing, volunteering? What made you want to volunteer for all this stuff? It's specifically Riverfest. Why did you want to volunteer for those?
One of the things, I love connecting with the community. I am a humongous person of connecting with the community. So many times that people always forget that no matter how high you climb, you still need someone in the background. You still need someone that's going to hold you up. And the Wichita community has consistently done that.
Sure.
I am proud to be a part of the Wichita community. I am proud to be a part of Wichita Festivals. It was just pretty much a no-brainer for me.
I love it. And I guess real quick, while we're talking about volunteering, are you still looking for volunteers for this year? What does it look like to volunteer for Riverfest?
Absolutely. I need everyone. This is an all call. Get out there to come and volunteer for festivals. I have my director of volunteer, Amber. She is waiting to hear from you. We have so many things out on the volunteer hub. So if you'll go to Wichita Riverfest, go onto our website, and we have the volunteer area. Go in there, sign up for some jobs. We have plenty of things available. Don't be late.
Amen. Amen to that. All right. So talking about Riverfest, I was doing a little deep dive on the history last week. So for people that don't know, it started in 1972 as the Wichitennial River Festival and Traders Day.
Yes, Wichitennial.
I kind of like it, but
I do too. It's so awesome.
I need to go back and look at the original poster because I can't remember what it said. The way they described, like the adjectives they used were amazing. It was ridiculous, but and so that was to celebrate the 100 years, the Wichita Centennial. So 100 years of Wichita being a city, which is awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The Parks and Recs department of the city of Wichita, there was a director that was kind of running it, and he kind of went out and was like, hey, we need all of these people. We need something for the Wichita people to do. It's in the 70s. We're not just dragging Douglas. We want to have some activities for the family. So hence the Wichitennial came about. So we have all these volunteers putting on this entire multi-day festival, and then in pops these directors that actually need to run this organization because it got so big. It got big quick. It was more than what they expected.
Looking at some of the numbers, I was like, that is crazy how many people.
Crazy, you know, and it was just so much excitement, so many things moving. When they first got their first director, it was a matchmate. It needed to happen. So they were kind of following around the director of public works there. Parks and Recs. And they said, okay, we need to learn your system. We need to learn how this is going. And we need to kind of put this together. So hence then came the funding, and it was always a nonprofit type of organization. And, you know, one of the original directors is still living, Elma Broadfoot. She came by the office like a month ago, and I was totally excited to see her. And she is one of the most real and raw people that you will ever meet. She is a spitfire, and I love her. She came in around 74, and she was leading that organization for 10 years.
Wow.
You know, working those connections and building that organization. And I just said, I just want to soak in your sunlight. You know, can I soak in your sunlight for a little bit? So it's just amazing how this organization has come so far along.
Oh, yeah.
And we are eventually going to approach our 55th year here in a couple of years.
That's
so
amazing.
Hence we need everybody to come continue to build up on the Riverfest. So we make sure that the 55th year is going to be phenomenal.
Absolutely. And that would make, I think this is what, 53rd then?
Yeah, it's 53rd.
Absolutely. So I was looking back at some of like the original activities of like the first couple Riverfest, and I think there's always been like a parade. It seemed like there's mostly been like some kind of a run, concerts, medallion hunt. I guess the bathtub races, they were retired.
Yes.
Correct? So can you talk a little bit about that and some of like the history, how things have evolved over time?
Oh, yes. So those porcelain tubs, they used to get out there and do those original bathtub races. They don't use that as much anymore. Now they use these big stock barrels that they're out there doing this stuff with. But it used to be just an exciting time. They were out there and they're on these bathtubs, and they're trying, and eventually, you know, they're going to sink. And but that's the fun part about it is how long can we stay in this water before we start tanking?
Yeah.
So the cost of it was just astronomical. They couldn't get them anymore, so they had to change how they did it. Yeah. But the bathtub races are still going on, and you could still see that, you know, here on the river.
Well, and then kind of evolving too is like the cardboard regatta is like a smaller version everyone can participate in. So that's really cool.
That's really cool. And, you know, in the cardboard regatta, it is to watch the cardboard regatta is free. Okay. Now, even though you need a button to get into so many things in Riverfest, the cardboard regatta, just to watch it, doesn't cost.
Okay, perfect. And I definitely have a couple other things I want to touch on that are free events that people don't need a button for. That we'll definitely get into some of that.
For sure.
How important is it for us to activate the river like this? I think, again, I always talk to people. They're like, well, Wichita has nothing to offer. Wichita's boring, whatever that is. It's like, okay, yeah, we don't have mountains. Yeah. We don't have oceans. Just don't have any really lakes. I mean, Cheney Lake and stuff, but nothing in Wichita. So it's like, we have an awesome river. Like, why don't we leverage this and activate the river? So how important is that to get people down to the river?
It is extremely important for people to get down there to the river because, for one, I know we had a little bit of construction and people were kind of questioning, like, are we actually going to have a river? It is amazing just to get down and reconnect with that because that brings people into the downtown area. It's not about, oh, what do we have to do? What is there to offer? All these other kind of things. There are tons of things to do over 9 days at the Riverfest, and several of them are on the water. And just to be able to connect with that and just to see all what's going on, it's like, what are we doing? Yeah. Get out there, you know? And it's just like, try it at least once. Yeah. Try it at least once. 100%. That should be your motto for every single thing that goes on in Wichita and during the Riverfest. Try it at least once.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people have just like written off Riverfest. Like if you grew up here, like people are like, oh,
I could boo it.
I've been there, done that, been there, done that. I don't need to go down. I know what it's like. It's fun to people watch, but there's nothing I would be interested in. Like, okay, if you look through this list on the website or the schedule and you can't find one or two things that are excite you, that's on you. That's not on Riverfest.
That's not on Riverfest, you know? And it's just like, you know, hey, if there's something that you want to see, there's something that you want to do, you've been to this city, that city, and you don't think that we're doing it, you know, hit us up on our social media. Go on to our Facebook page, type it in there, you know, let us know, hey, I want to see this, I want to see that. And then you might be surprised. It may be the exact same thing you're looking for, it's just a different name. But don't say that Riverfest or nothing that Wichita has, you know, we don't have anything going on. We have lots of good things going on and we have lots more things in store. So come back, give us a try, you know. As a new leader of this organization, I'm trying to make sure that we stay connected and that you stay connected with us. Give me a fair shot.
Absolutely. Give you a fair shot. Yeah. And I guess, I don't know if we touched on that as much, but like this is your first year as kind of running the show for Riverfest.
Yes,
So that's
it's
exciting.
I'm excited. You know, to be, like I said, a foot soldier, you know, making sure that I'm volunteering and getting everything running, to be at the helm of this organization and to see everything that's going on. I am being very observant this year. Not only do we have so many different things out on programming, but I want to see the well-attended events. I want to see the events that are not as attended. I'm being open-minded, but I'm also giving Wichita and our surrounding cities a fair one, and just let us know what we can do better. But I'm just excited to see every last one of you. When you see me out there on that footprint, you come up and you speak to me.
Absolutely.
And I'll make sure that
Come
I show
find
the
her.
love right back. Come find me. I'm like Waldo. Where's Waldo? Where's BreAnna?
I love it. I think the beauty of it too is like you guys actually listen. Like if people give you guys feedback, you're actually listening.
Yes.
I mean, something as small, won't get into details at pre-year leadership, but some of like the poster stuff, you guys listen to the feedback, negative or positive, about how people want that to change or what to include or what not to include. And you guys listen. I think that's really important too.
Yes. Having open ears and being just open to the people, and to make sure that they know that we're one of you. We're not above you. We are one of you. This is an entire event for you. So why wouldn't we listen?
Speaking of listening to the people, I think a big thing people might complain about or talk about is the cost of the button. So can we just talk a little bit about the buttons, why that's important, how that allows the festival to even happen, and just kind of just a little bit about the Riverfest buttons?
Absolutely. The first point I want to make to everyone that's listening, please pay attention. Wichita Festivals is a nonprofit organization that is not a part of the city of Wichita. The city of Wichita is a sponsor of ours, and they support us 100%. They are our big supporter, as well as so many of our sponsors. Therefore, everything that we put on in Riverfest has to come from some type of sponsorship and funding. I don't have a wallet that is never ending and I can just make sure that everything happens. I have to find a way to pay for it. So the cost of the button has fluctuated because the cost of everything that's going on around us is going up. So if you're looking at that and you're looking at, okay, you're going to the store, you're complaining about the cost of eggs, right? So imagine us trying to book one of these acts. They're either going to go up in price or they're going to tell us we just can't afford them.
Right.
Or we're looking at some of the events, and all of those events require some type of money, some type of, if you have like a prize or something you're winning from it, that money came from somewhere. Everything, even the way we run our organization, it comes from funding that we got from somewhere. We're out here applying for grants. We're out here applying for a lot of things just to make sure we put on this festival for everyone. And I think that just came from people who may not understand that we're a nonprofit organization like the rest of the nonprofits. They have these annual events. They have all of these things that they're trying to get money from. We can't just go and find this never-ending pool of money. You know, we have to find it from somewhere. And so that's the reason why the button cost of $20, it went up because everything we're doing went up in price. Right. But there's anywhere that you can find in any city and state for 9 days at $20. Do the math.
Yeah, breaking it down. And I think a lot of people say like, what, we want better artists, but they don't want to pay $20 for a button. So it's like, something's got to give. And I understand, like some people can't afford $20 a button for their family or five people, whatever that is. And like completely understandable. And that's why you guys offered early bird buttons and everything like that, which again, right now it's past that, but for future years that you do offer early bird buttons.
Yeah,
but it's like, you're not going to get Flo Rida for letting everyone in for free. It's just not how it works.
It's like, you want me to get this $350,000 artist. I would love to bring that $350,000 artist here, but I'm going to have to find the money to bring that $350,000 artist. So if you want that to happen, step up, Wichita.
Buttons might be $100 if that's happening. So,
you know, each one of these concerts, you know, even if you went to just Flo Rida's concert alone, can you pay $20 to go see him if he wasn't in the festival anywhere? You couldn't. So just
let alone everything else.
Everything else. So just look at that. Give us a fair one. We're trying.
Well, it's cool too, because there's some other discounts as well. Like all the museums in town, there's some sort of, or not all of them, but a lot of the museums, there's discounts for like the community. Like, I don't even know what's on there. Botanica, Cowtown, like a lot of those places offer discounts.
Yes. Exploration Place.
Exploration Place.
FestQuest is what it's called. FestQuest. get online, get on the Wichita Riverfest website, and you will find FestQuest. And FestQuest will allow you to go to different businesses around town, and especially in our downtown area, and get discounts and stuff just for wearing your button.
I love it.
So again, it's paying you back for what you just purchased.
Another good one is the Wind Surge. I think one of the nights, or maybe multiple nights, there's a half price Wind Surge ticket. So it's like, again, just taking advantage of, you're already gonna be downtown, so might as well get some half price tickets. So
absolutely,
that's great
for sure.
Another piece of monetization, you talked about the sponsors, but just want to kind of touch on that a little bit. You do have some bigger national sponsors, which is awesome, which again, most of those are operated locally, but you also have a ton of local sponsors. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. Oh my goodness. I don't even want to exclude.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't start naming everybody, because
yes. It's just, Fidelity Bank. We thank Fidelity Bank. We thank House of Schwan. We thank Visit Wichita, Sightbox, Metro Courier, Don Hatton. So many of them. And, Charter to Our Head and Not Our Hearts. We can't even mention so many of them because it's so many of them. But that's just a few of them. The Marriott International, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Dole, Shields, McCown Gordon, just everyone. It's just like we have so many sponsors that we are proud to have them. And this is the reason why we can do what we do.
Absolutely. And there are still funding opportunities if anyone is looking to sponsor. So.
Yes, definitely. Get a hold of us. We are not done. Riverfest is not started. It is still early.
All right. I want to get into some of the new events, kind of what you're excited about, and then talk about some of like the participatory events. I can't even say the word, but how to get involved. Because a lot of stuff, you can watch the fireworks, you watch the concerts, but there's a lot of stuff you can get your hands dirty, go have some fun, cardboard regatta, all that kind of stuff. So what are you excited about for this year?
Absolutely. Oh, I forgot to give a great shout out to Evergy. Evergy, we love you. Some of the things that some of our free events that you don't really require a button for, the fishing derby. Get involved with the fishing derby. If you like fishing, or if you are an amateur or a pro, this is the way to go. We have lots of prizes that are available. And that's going on the grand opening ceremony. The medallion hut, hot air balloons, the parade. These are just some of the free events. The Children Entrepreneur Network. Oh my goodness. So the Children Entrepreneur Network is going on Family Fun Day, which is Sunday, June 1st. On that, it has multiple booths that are run by children. The parents can only assist just by counting money or anything like that. But these kids create a product to sell, and that's going to be going on Douglas.
That's exciting.
It's so exciting. Cake Tutta Truck. Doesn't require it. Future Fest, definitely get involved. Our food court between 11 and 2 don't require a button. Come down and get some grub. Nice. These are just some of the things that are free to you that don't require a button. So there are ways to get involved without actually getting a button, but I would love for you to buy one.
But you should get one. Another free one, I believe, is the fireworks, right? And there's not one. There's not two. I think there's 3 fireworks shows.
3 fireworks shows. We have First Friday, which is the opening. We have Wednesday night, military night. And then we have the final Saturday of festival that's going on. And we have a special surprise at the end of fireworks that I cannot wait for everyone to experience. So make sure that you show up at fireworks.
That's amazing. And just for reference, where do they shoot off from? Because I think people kind of want to know where they should sit. Should it's east side, west side of the river?
Absolutely.
Where do the fireworks shoot off from?
I will give you a centralized location, Douglas Street Bridge. Okay. So everything will be happening along the river. Everything will be happening along there. So as soon as you can at least find Douglas Street Bridge, you're going to be in the vicinity of where a lot of the fireworks will be happening.
Perfect. Very good. Very good. Okay, so a couple other kind of specific days or events I want to touch on. Family Fun Day, talked about a little bit. We can talk a little more about that. I Choose Wichita. What are some of these events?
Oh, you got some exciting stuff, Landon. This is awesome. So on the Family Fun Day, which is on June 1st, there are so many things that are going on Family Fun Day that it's a family-oriented type of day that you can bring out your family. We have the bike tours. We have the artist pop-up market. We have the Admiral Button Swap plein airs going on. Steam City, which is a Future Fest. We have the river tours. One thing that I want to point out is we have I Choose Wichita. I Choose Wichita is an event that our mayor, Lily Wu, is putting on. And she's going to be speaking to everyone about why they should choose Wichita and the importance of being in the city and staying connected. She has a special little item that she'll be passing out during that time. So definitely make sure that you show up at Kennedy Plaza, where so many of these things will be going on. And that's at Century 2. Family movie night is also going on. That's at 8 p.m. that day. And that's on Kennedy Plaza as well. We will be showing a family-friendly movie. So stay tuned for all of those fun things that will be happening on June 1st on our Family Fun Day.
Yeah, absolutely. Be sure to follow, the Wichita Riverfest accounts, Wichita by EB, Wichita Life. We're kind of trying to highlight and make sure everyone knows about what's coming up. Okay, so talking about some of the participatory events, I kind of have a list. I'm going to start off. There's a few that have cash prizes.
Yes.
So I think that's kind of crazy. People should know about. But I believe the Sundown Parade,
Yes.
Riverfest photography contest, the plein air art competition, which is really cool. I didn't really know what that was. So can you touch on that for a minute?
Yeah, so plein air, basically what it is even part of it. So they have a particular area or an item or whatever it is. You can't do this prior to. You can only do it the day of. So you will get your assignment. This is what your task is, or the theme, and then you have to design and do it just on the spot. Some of them are going to be happening at WSU, some of them will be happening back at the footprint of Riverfest, and you will actually have to do all that. Once it's completed, they're going to be judging those items and things that you have created and drawn, and then there's a prize for it.
That's amazing.
It's the coolest thing.
That is cool. Again, there's something for everybody. There's something for the artists, the photographers. And then the last one that I have, there's a cash prize for, is the cardboard regatta, which from what I understand, you get cardboard, pool noodle. I don't know, duct tape maybe? I don't know what you have. And then a box cutter. And you're just putting this together and see if it ever floats.
Yes. Fake it till you make it.
I'm excited. And if you're really interested, come out and see Wichita by EB and Troy from Live Local come out and see if they can float. So.
Yes, I know. We are excited to have all the influencers and everything at the Riverfest this year. So stay tuned and continue to see all that they have to offer.
All right. I don't want to leave out some of these other events, but other events you can participate. Bathtub races, cowboy bathtub races, the River Run, Fidelity Bank River Run.
Yes.
Make sure,
sign up.
Yeah, sign up for that. That'd be great. Gravel Grinder is a bike ride.
Yes.
Bike competition.
Yes, bike competition.
The Rave at Wave. That sounds like a fun one.
Yes. It is an extremely fun one. If you love rave music, if you love that environment, we are going to have glowing items available for you to have fun for several hours, and there will be buttons able to be sold there at the Wave as well.
Perfect. A couple other ones. We mentioned Future Fest, the Entrepreneur Market for the kids, networking at noon, Touch a Truck. We'll be at that. I have a 2-year-old boy, and he is very excited for that one.
Love it.
The Fishing Derby, the Golf Classic, Pop-Up Art Market, and then Pitch a Friend is another one that I saw on there.
Yes.
So a lot of cool stuff. Again, something for everybody.
Something for everyone. And I even want to touch base on Pitch a Friend. So Pitch a Friend basically is you have two people, right? And your friend is basically pitching you like a business to everyone in the crowd. It's a dating event. So if you are single, stressing on the single, if you are single, definitely make your way down to Vorshay's and have your friend pitch you to the crowd to see if you can make a connection.
Yes, this isn't speed dating.
It's not speed dating.
This is a good twist on the dating events. That's great.
Yes.
I don't even know where to go from here. There's so many exciting things coming up for Riverfest. What did I miss? What have we not talked about?
Fiesta del Rio. So Fiesta del Rio is going on Friday, June 6th. When I tell you this is an extremely packed day for the Hispanic community, I absolutely love it. La Rodadora is playing. We have mariachis. We have the Mercadito that's going on. We have oh my God, just so many things. And there's surprises throughout the day. I just don't want to be, I don't want to spoil the event, but when I tell you it is exciting, make your way down. This is definitely something you don't want to miss.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most popular days from what I've heard from the past year. So yeah, that's awesome.
It is.
Okay, so it starts on a Friday.
Yes.
It runs through the weekend. That first weekend is packed full.
Yes.
The next weekend is pretty dang busy too.
Yes.
And during the week, they still have the food court and some other stuff. And during the day, there's a few things here and there. The nights are always busy.
Yes.
But there's opportunities for everybody to come out.
Yes, absolutely. Enjoy the concerts, enjoy the days, enjoy Cajun Fest, enjoy Gospel Fest that's going on that Monday. It's just so many different things. And I know I can't wait to see who everyone is ready to see. Who are you ready to see, people? Let us know. Hit us up on our social medias.
Absolutely. I did want to touch on just a couple more things. So for the concerts, so your button gets you into, it's not quite 9 days of concerts, but a week worth of concerts, basically.
Yes.
There is a VIP section though available.
It
Can you talk a little bit
is.
about that?
It is. So the VIP section places you right in front of the stage, and it's a variety of prices, anywhere from $20 up to around $50 or so for those VIP seats. Get them ahead of time. On the day of, those VIP tickets go up another $20. So the incentive to save money to get VIP seating is get them ahead of time. Go on the Eventbrite, look up the Riverfest concert series, and buy your tickets now for VIP. Now, the concerts are available via the button that you've already purchased. So you have access to all the concerts with your button. So VIP seating, that's the one that's going to get you your access to your own private bar. It's going to give you access to a seat, actually, and right in front of the stage. So, I mean, like I said, again, you can't get this anywhere but in Riverfest and in Wichita.
Sure. One thing I know people are going to ask about, but where should they park? Do you guys have any recommendations or suggestions for people?
Yes. Once you go onto our website, we will have a parking map on the perfect places to park and those things that are available. Now, whether some of them are paid and different things like that, those are all, be available.
Sure.
But yes, we have a parking map available for you.
Perfect. That's always something that comes up in Wichita. So
yes, where do we park?
Exactly.
And one of those parking garages all around.
Where can people get buttons? I know Quick Trip, is that the main place? Where can people find those?
They can do Quick Trip, or you can go on our cartel market, which is on our website, and you can actually buy your buttons from there. You can pick them up right from the office, or they can be mailed to you as long as it's in advance, and get them available. But yeah, all your local Quick Trips, go. Head now.
Perfect. All right. Well, we're going to share links to everything. I really appreciate it, BreAnna. We're really excited for Riverfest.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Absolutely.